put up your fist them. All true comrades, put up your fist them. Because we are ready to rescue Jamaica. Keep the fist them in the air. Father God, bless every comrade right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Rescue mission continues. The next speaker is a man with the Labour Party not like none at all. Them not like this man because they know that in this man, him have a tailor will make some short pants because them are go to prison. He will be our next Minister of Citizen Security and Productivity. The next Member of Parliament for South Manchester. South Manchester will be better with Bunting. Westmoreland, make welcome my boss, my general, Senator Peter Bunting.
And if you don't like it, the whole night to your face before the 5 beat, you see? Dog, I'll do it. Follow me now, follow me now, follow me now. Some man away, they want to ram it up. I miss a cat away, they want to ram it up.
Westmoreland, you're so nice. Comrade leader, comrades on the platform, comrades all. I always enjoy coming to Westmoreland, the birthplace of my mother and my grandparents. My mother grew up in South, went to Mannings. My grandfather from Grange Hill. So when I come to Westmoreland to be with the comrades, I am with family. So comrades, this week we hear the JLP struggling to convince people of their achievements. Someone called me the other morning and say, Comrade Bunting, Wagwan, it look like Marky G turned Andrew in a Jehovah Witness. Him down a halfway tree a get out track in the hot sun. Some say, hold on, what him say, him bring one of the tracks for show me. When me open it, the first achievement, me see, is how much tens of thousands of people went to counseling session. Me said that is an achievement, that life so hard, everybody I look counseling now because them don't know how them going manage. Yet them have that as an achievement. But in a different document released in court this week, Comrade Hills, we see Andrew have another unique achievement. Andrew is the only man who get him money out of Orient, out of Cash Plus, and out of SSL before them collapse. That is a unique achievement. Apart from Dr. 28 and Craveney, we have to go call him the Artful Dodger because he dodged the collapse of all of these. But the achievement that he didn't put in the book, a dubious achievement that only he has that title and will have it forever and ever, is that more Jamaicans have been murdered in his 2 terms than in any other 2 terms under any other prime minister in the history of Jamaica. That is not achievement, that is failure. When the People's National Party comes to office, we understand that it will take a balanced approach to reducing violent crime in this country. We will ensure that it's not just policing, but it's investment in the youth, investment in the infrastructure, in Russia, in Desta, in Grange Hill, in Whitehall, in all the areas that are producing young men who are being recruited into gangs. But another question young people ask me, why is Jamaica not doing better? After Comrade Lothan, we rescued, the last PNP administration rescued Jamaica from the economic meltdown, the verge of economic meltdown when we took office in 2012. Why are people not doing better today? And the tough, difficult truth is that these people leading the Jamaica Labour Party regime don't care about the ordinary Jamaicans. They're not in it for the love. They're in it for the money. They're fattening their own bank accounts. They're enriching themselves. I make no apology for that because that is the God's truth. You bring your Bible, Comrade Hills. Okay. But comrades, after 10 long years, 10 long painful years in office, they are now promising anything to trick Jamaicans. You see like how tonight you feel a heat coming off, like how you had little rain this evening and we in August, you feel the heat. If Andrew come here next week, he might go promise for air condition Savlamar. I saw Comrade McNeil post something where the same day we were in Trelawney with the bus tour in Falmouth, Comrade Philip, the man quick hustle up, drop some big iron pipe, ductile iron pipe, Comrade Blight, and say him open a water scheme. We come go back there last week, them take up back all of the pipe, truck them away, nothing but empty field. Man, them wicked and lie. So comrades, this campaign is not just about winning the next election. This campaign is about the next generation. It's about our children and our grandchildren. It is about restoring democracy. It's about social justice. It's about making sure that taxpayers' money is spent improving the hospital in Savlamar, the clinics across Westmoreland, improving our schools, paying our teachers, our police officers, our nurses, our public servants better, not this disgrace of a 0% offer that is they're facing now. This campaign is about putting someone in Jamaica House with clean hands and a pure heart. Someone whose statutory returns are certified. Someone who is not under investigation for illicit enrichment. And listen out, there is more to come in a few days. Someone who comes to serve and not to scrape. Comrades, you don't have long to wait. The clock is ticking down. Andrew can run, but him can't hide. And as I leave you, a Labourite friend of mine will live up the road. Send me a little message. He might tease me, you know. He must say, me no hear the crowd. You have any big crowd there? Him not hear it. So I want you say with me, make sure him hear it now. I want you say it loud. I want you blow the vuvuzelas. I want you shout, time come, time come, time come, time come, time come for the PNP, time come for Marky G, time come, one love, one
I know everybody like we, still we ivory.
Come on over quickly. Stand up and be acknowledged, Comrade Miller Bennett. Welcome. Thanks for the support in Westmoreland. And now, we present to you the next member of parliament for Eastern Westmoreland, the General Secretary, Mama Lucky One Boy, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Can I take you to the word of the Lord tonight? I want to take you to Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. My next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Ma Jefferson Golden, greetings. Colleagues on the platform, comrades in the audience, especially my comrades out of Eastern Westmoreland, greetings to you.
Turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up the thing, turn up.
Now, in Central Westmoreland, there is one JLP councillor. Over Western Westmoreland, you have two. Over Eastern Westmoreland, we have no contamination. We have 100% PNP. So as a respect, the councillor out of the Darlington division, Comrade Jerome Bacchus, hail the man. And this young man here is much younger than I believe. But it's somebody that I admire a lot. And I tell you why. When they put together the People's National Party, the idea was that we would be able to create an environment where somebody who is disadvantaged and coming from humble beginnings could break the shackles of poverty and rise to achieve the greatest version of themselves. And this councillor, Amarcard Brown, is the definition of what the People's National Party was founded for. And beside him, another dibby councillor, I want you to know that last year in the local government election, we have 228 divisions in Jamaica. And the councillor that polled the fourth highest vote in Jamaica is Michael Jackson out of the White House division. So, this is not Garrison division or Garrison constituency. This is just raw love and support for the People's National Party. Now, comrades, I've been listening to the conversation in the country, and I've realized something. Majority of the persons that are supporting the Labour Party don't know the history of what has taken place in the country. Yesterday we went to Denby, and when we came back from Denby, I posted something, and I said, eat what you grow and grow what you eat. Comrade leader, you can't believe so when I Labour right them say Christopher Tufton something. It means they do not understand the history of the country. Because if you know the history of the country, you know say J.S. and Michael, Joshua, Manley, something that. They will get up and they will say, why don't you publish your book of achievements? When we get up and we elect a government, you have one government at a time. Opposition no get no taxpayer money. Where we forget book with achievement from. What we are going to publish is a manifesto that we will sign a contract with the people of Jamaica that your future will be better than your here today. When you go out to elect a representative, you go out there to elect a representative because all of us can't go down a NWA go ask to the road. All of us can't go down a NWC go ask to the water. So we elect one from among us to go out there and represent us. Currently in the parish of Westmoreland, you have 3 stooges who can't represent themselves. Therefore, they can't represent anybody. How can you have representatives when the only thing them say when they go parliament is present? You don't hear them after that. All them do is answer when they call them name. We want to ensure that the people of Eastern Westmoreland have good road to drive on. Time come now for people stop splash up and have water running on them pipe in the constituency in all areas. And I know some of them are going to run and say, but look how long we have it. There are areas that have pipes that they have locked off the water from. And everything where them take away, we are going to bring it back. We are going to restore water to the people of Eastern Westmoreland. You have heard about the land situation. You've heard about the housing situation. A family wants to live in dignity. We want to ensure that we have families that have a roof over their head. We don't want when rain fall, Ernest Smith song start play. Peter Potter, Peter Potter coming down. It's like raindrops coming down. We don't want you if you set nothing to catch water. We want to ensure that at least 500 brand new low-income housing solutions are provided in the constituency. They use your NHT money and they build houses for $30 and $40 million that the average person can't afford. We are going to build houses that will come in at less than $10 million and you will get the land portion for free so that you can afford it and you and your family can live in dignity. You've heard Comrade Paul well with the electricity. I'm not repeat it. They're already. But can you imagine that if there's a fire, you can get one fire truck come from Bethel town. You know, have no fire truck in a Darliston. You know, have no fire truck in a Leamington. You know, have no fire truck in a White House division. Under the next PNP government, there must be a fire station in the constituency of Eastern Westmoreland. The police never put Darliston almost a drop through the floor. To the police station stay them almost a drop through the floor. Time come now for us to pay attention to how we treat those who put their lives at risk to protect us every day. And under our government, we are going to ensure that the police can live and work in dignity. The other day, Councillor Bacchus called me. Because they want to lock down the post office up at Darliston and send the people them go all the way down here so down and south. We know in them there's something there. We have elderly persons and those who need to go and use the services of the post office. And so we want to ensure that we can restore the post office in Darliston so that it can be of use to the people of the community. How can you have an MP that don't build that even one community center? We don't have any sporting competition going on. We will ensure that in each division there is one playing facility that is properly developed. And at back we are going to make that into a mini stadium with lights so we can play our competition in the night. Those who want to hear are going to make some money. Those who are barber are going to make some money because you have to look sharp when they are go out in the night. Those who are sell clothes have to look good. Those who are sell pan chicken are going to come out, come sell it. And so it will cause economic activity within the community. We are going to restore the youth and community development in the constituency. Now, me be an argument about bus. Me be an argument about bus. Even since there, me see two of them park over in St. Elizabeth, but hear me now. Me not cussing with no man about them bus on them. Me just make a simple point. The parents in Eastern Westmoreland, who your students, your child cannot go to school now because you don't have the money. What we are saying to you is this, that we will get the guidance counselor and the social worker to come and assess what is going on. And if the problem is that you cannot afford the transportation, we are going to give to that child $500 per day, or $2,500 per week, or $10,000 per month, so you can get them to school so that they can learn, because education is a vaccine against poverty. It will break the intergenerational chains of poverty. Make Pitney live better life than parents, and that education do. So, those children that are going to school, like when I used to go to school, and me get a look $60 for go to school and a $25 for go and $25 for come back. And me have a $10 for lunch, and me have to use me head. And offer for go buy other people food, so me can take $2 from this one and $2 from that the one. And me buy one sugar bun and one big Joe box drink, take a pen and stab it box and put me straw in it. And that the life that me grow up on. And when the teacher come back after lunch and start teach, I be a yarn, me a yarn, because sugar turn up in my body. We know that there are persons going to school who are not eating properly. If I went them are people we are waiting for tell we wouldn't hear. And the UN through FAO have to tell us that 55, 1 in every 2 Jamaican are suffering from food insecurity. So whether that child is at Betheltown, Darliston, up in Kentucky, up in Content, whether them the Chantilly, them the Q Park, them the New Roads, them the New Hope, them the Belmont, them the Maud McLeod, wherever they are in the constituency, if they are in need, we will provide one warm, nutritious meal to every needy child in school so that they can learn and become the best version of themselves. And the food that they will use, if New Roads tell us, or New Work tell us, whichever one, that they need 500 pounds of Irish and 300 pounds of pumpkin and X amount of callaloo, we not import $1 worth out of it. We are going to come back and meet with the farmers in the community and send them to go out there and produce the items, because you will have a guaranteed market right there with the schools. I don't want to take up all night, but I want to tell you something before. I know that when election time come, we run, go round, and we take out everybody out of their yard. We take out sick, lame, and everybody out of their yard. And we carry them go vote. And then some of the times, enough is not done to check on them between election to the next election. So I am going to purchase an ambulance for Eastern Westmoreland and call it the Eastern Westmoreland Mobile Clinic, that we will drive from community to community to check on the persons in there, make sure we can write them prescription, sign them up to NHF, and make sure that we are caring about those who support us. Now, we want to ensure that our health centers can function properly. If something go wrong with you in the night, I hope at Darliston you should be able to go to the Darliston Health Center and find a doctor there and get proper care. You know, if you come down and serve, come lie down on floor and on cardboard. We are going to make sure that the health centers, we attract medical professionals to work in rural Jamaica. And if you end up coming to serve, we have to do better. We have to do better than what is being done now. If you go to serve right now and you have features like you're having a stroke, it could be a clot or a bleed. You have to do a CT scan to tell you which one it is. If it is a clot, you're going to give them medication to prevent a further clot or to break up that clot. If it is a bleed and you give them something to thin the blood, it's going to make the bleeding worse. So the treatment for one make the other one worse. So you have to do a CT scan to find out which is it before you can start treatment. If you go serve, you can't get a CT scan done. You have to go pay for ambulance and you have to go pay $20,000 for go a private place, go do the CT scan. Under the next PNP government, we are going to ensure that you have the necessary radiologic service in all of the major hospitals. Now, when we come to represent people, we don't come here to represent you because we want to see ourselves on TV. We don't come here to represent you because we want to make money out of this. This is supposed to be service to the people. We currently are having a problem in this country. We have a prime minister, and there are those in the media who are supporting him, and I think they are accomplices. They are parties to the crime. Because everything we go on, them find some excuse to justify it and excuse it away. Some of them gone as far as saying nothing wrong with corruption. Then something could have gone so. Something could have gone so. How can you tell a young youth down at Westmoreland who drive a market, say, I have to show you how he get the money if he buy it. But the Prime Minister now tell the country how he get the money where him have. Any public sector worker that they came out and said those things about could not still be in their job. They would have sent them on interdiction and tell them, say them have to resolve this matter before they can go on. But I don't want labor rights afraid of Andrew Holness. So I now ask you if you put him on the interdiction. Call the election and make we sort out your business. The Labour Party is at fault, you know. Comrade leader, you mean to tell me, say you don't have one dege Labour right, we look for Andrew Holness and say this no look good. Not even one of them over there can put up their hand and say no, this no look good, we need to do something else. Them a behave like him a hold up them party. What kind of party do you have if it is held ransom by one man? You're supposed to build a structure that can work and you can change a leader and it's not a problem. When we change to Mark Golding, they say all sort of foolishness. Mark Golding show them that him have brains, show them that him have big heart, show them that him have commitment, determination, drive, and went out there and work hard and look at the People's National Party now. You know how them pass them place 4 years ago? 4 years ago, they say we dead, you know. 4 years ago, Them say them a turn with HQ in a museum. 4 years ago, then take all sort of liberty with us. Well, we are telling them tonight from Dogasav that we are back and we come to restore that which was taken away from us. May I support Mark Golding to be Prime Minister of Jamaica. And may I do it loud. The reason why may I do it is because I believe in my heart that Mark Golding only desire is to help the people of Jamaica so that they can have a better life. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Because history can help you to predict the future. How somebody acted in the past will tell you how they will act in the future. A few years ago, when they were locking up young people for a draw herb, they locked up a youth named Mario Dean. And in lockup, them beat him. And them beat him and he died. Mark Golding was a Minister of Justice. And now, I want you to understand that you have to have somebody with the care, with the love, and with the vision to be able to see that this is an oppressive system that is in place. And it is set to cause our young people to be locked up, to get criminal records so they can't go on farm work and they can't get work with government. Mark Golding stood up and decriminalized the personal use of marijuana so that police can't lock up no youth nowadays and give them criminal record for it. And if you got the record before, you can get it removed. That's the law that he put in place. Some of them are question about where him come from. He come from Jamaica. But all if him never come from here, him do that for poor people. What you do? And I don't have your whole heap of bank account. When you vote for an MP, they have two roles. One is to go to Parliament and deal with legislation. And the second role is to come in your community and deal with the development in your community. When you check out the people who go to Parliament, they have to review the laws that are there. They have to figure out which one they need to repeal, take it off, which one they need to amend, change it, and where they need to bring in new laws. Mark Golding, as our Minister of Justice, passed over 120 pieces of legislation, laws in this country. And this government in 8, 9, 10 years can't pass the amount we're passing in 4 years. We are talking about a legislative champion in Mark Golding. And if you think that don't mean nothing to you, let me show you an example. If you are on government land right now, you cannot claim that piece of land via adverse possession unless you are on it for 60 years. When we go in office with Mark Golding as the Prime Minister, there will be a change in that to 25 years so that all of you here who have been on a piece of land that is government land for the last 25 years. No, Mr. Brogard can't come there with the bulldozer, can't write you no letter, so if you come off it, because you will be the rightful owner of that piece of property. In Jamaica live on land without title. And a joke thing we are talking about. We not just come up here so and talk foolishness. Like certain man who just a play song and a wipe him finger across him neck. That not develop nothing for nobody. We are here to transform the lives of the people. Few years ago, war broke out in Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine start war. Russia start drop some bomb over Ukraine. We had some students over there studying medicine and something. They reach out to the government of the day, the JLP government, to say that, look here, with the Ukraine, Russia a drop bomb over here, we walk our yard. The government said to the students that they must take a loan in order to come home. Members say students not employed, you know. So how you offer loan to people when not employed? How them are going to pay back? Mark Golding, as leader of the opposition, when you get taxpayers' money to allocate, went into his personal account, paid the money for the students, called them and spoke to them and ensured that they came back home to Jamaica safe and sound. We are talking about a caring leader. So, when them get up and them start them arms house, guys be arms house them depending. I want you to defend your leader and defend your party. He has carried this election right down to the wire. Now he comes out to say that the reason why we are asking for call it are because we're tired. Remember, if him no call it this Sunday and him no call it by next week Sunday, it means that it go pass the actual election date, go pass the 3rd of September. And the 3rd of September make 5 years since the last election. And what kind of power-hungry man this them have as Prime Minister? What talk about film government do the most and yet still afraid to go to the people? If you have done the most, why are you hiding from the people? When I used to go to sports day, they would say, Andrew in the garden, hiding. Andrew in the garden, hiding from Mark Golding. Andrew, where are you? Andrew, where are you? You're hiding from Mark Golding. Make welcome the president of the party, the future prime minister, Mark Jefferson Golding.
Oh, you mean? Oh my gosh, you look good, man. Westmoreland, you look good tonight. PNP River come down in a Savlamar, bank to bank. Comrade Chairman of the meeting, Comrade General Secretary, all of the Comrade Chair, all of the Comrade VP, all the comrades on the platform, all the candidates, members of parliament, councillors, caretakers. Most of all of you, the workers and warriors, foot soldiers, and supporters of the People's National Party here in Westmoreland. Oh gosh, the word is love. I have to say good evening, Westmoreland. I have to say good evening, Savannah Lamar. And I have to say good evening to every corner of this parish where pride still lives, even when pain has tried to take its place. I am Mark Golding, a son of Jamaica. And when we win the next election and I become Prime Minister, there will only have been one Prime Minister of Jamaica who wasn't born in Jamaica, and that is Edward Seaga, a Jamaica Labour Party Prime Minister. So all them attack and all them go on. Them can't fool the people. I come to you as a servant of the people. I come to you not just as a politician, but as a man on a mission to rebuild a nation that has been broken, not by poverty alone, but by mismanagement, neglect, and betrayal. Jamaica is a beautiful country, a country of strength and brilliance and soul. But our people are tired. Tired of being told to wait. Tired of paying more to get less. Tired of watching our youth lose faith, our elders suffering with lack of care, and our workers losing their rights and their hope. The question is no longer whether we need change. Everybody knows Jamaica needs change. The question is, what kind of leadership will deliver that change? And to that I say this: we need a leadership that is competent, that is compassionate, and that is courageous. Leadership that speaks for the people. Leadership that builds substance around solutions for the people. And leadership that has integrity and in which the people can have trust and confidence. I did not come into politics to get rich. But when I came into politics, I was one of the top lawyers in Jamaica, one of the commercial law experts of this land. And I had started with friends 2 successful businesses, one of which had been sold and one which we were then proceeding with. So I had built my foundation already. I had been blessed by Jamaica, land we love, land of my birth, and I came to serve the people because I felt a commitment that I must come here and do what I can to make this land a better place for all. I offer you a steady hand through turbulent times. I will restore dignity where it has been stripped away from the system of governance in this country. I will bring honesty where corruption has ensnared this nation. And I will rebuild trust where trust has been shattered by 10 years of Labour Party shenanigans. I want a Jamaica where the farmers of Westmoreland can feed their families and feed this nation and earn a decent living in doing so. Where the teacher in the primary school has a classroom that is safe and who feels supported and respected by the system of education in the country. Where the single mother in any city community, like we have here in Sav, can take her child to a clinic and be seen, cared for, and healed. Where the youth on the Gully Bank, or the youth in Mount Peace, or in Sav, is not judged by where he is from, but is given help to get where he wants to go. That is the mission of the People's National Party. And this is not fantasy. This is possible in Jamaica. But it is only possible with leadership that believes in people, not propaganda. Only with a government that puts the people above their cronies, their friends and company. And only with a movement that starts from the ground up, not from the top down. We in the People's National Party are ready. We're ready to lead with integrity. We're ready to govern with vision. We are ready to partner with you in Paul Island, in Fullersfield, in Townhead, in Friendship, indeed, in every corner of Westmoreland to move this great country forward. And I must personally say that when we were looking at the decriminalization of personal use of ganja, I had Westmoreland very much in mind. because I knew that the highest grade and the highest quality of ganja in Jamaica is prime right here in Westmoreland. Orange Hill, big up yourself, and all other top areas for the ganja in the country.
Oh. Hey. Oh. Sweet.
Barrington Levy, big up yourself, my brethren. So, comrades, we're going to have a very progressive agricultural policy. That is why Westmoreland gets, as their next MP in Eastern Westmoreland, Dr. Dayton Campbell, shadow spokesman for agriculture, a brilliant mind, a man of action, a man of integrity, and a man of vision. When we establish the Agricultural Development Fund and we put some of the income taxes, some of the taxes on the imports of food rather, and we put them into that fund to support the farmers of this country and to support the farmers of Westmoreland, life will be better for Jamaica. We will be able to produce more food. Right now, we're importing nearly double the amount of food each year than was being imported when the PNP was last in office. $1.6 billion US a year of food is being imported, supporting farmers not in Jamaica, but in foreign. And the licenses to bring in a lot of that food are issued on a friend and company basis. Enough top labor right benefit from those licenses, while the farmers have to compete with subsidized food being imported into Jamaica. It is not right. We are going to use the Agricultural Development Fund to support farm roads, storage facilities, including cold storage for the farmers, irrigation systems and water systems. We're going to properly capitalize the PC banks so that farmers can get credit to support the financing of their operations. And we're going to support rather to ensure that the necessary technical support is in place to deal with all the challenges that farmers face every day. Respect due to the farmers. We know that water is a huge crisis in Jamaica. All over the country, people suffering because they don't have water. And I know in Westmoreland, you have that problem as well. That's why you get a VP, Ian Hales, the man who shadows water, is going to be the next member of parliament in Western Westmoreland. And I'll be working closely with him because the main infrastructural needs of this country right now is water. And we have to put the necessary investments and the sensible expenditure of public funds to deliver water to the people. And the third issue that people bawl and lament about is the road. And Jamaica has spent the last 30 years doing wonderful things for the big highways that go across the coast and the one that runs through the middle. But all the interior roads and all the scheme roads where people have to drive every day, them have to mash up them front end on those roads because they're not being properly maintained. And that is why young Dwayne Vaz is going to be involved in the solution to that problem in the ministry with responsibility for road and works. So all the major portfolios, Westmoreland, the people we have put in place to represent you are people who will have responsibility for delivering those things to you. When it comes to housing, we know that so many high-end houses have been built under this government. But ordinary housing for the ordinary Jamaican citizen, hardly any of that has been built. There's a huge demand, unfulfilled, for affordable housing in the country. And we are going to build 50,000 affordable houses in our first term. And we're going to do it on public lands that are not suitable for agriculture. And we're going to ensure that when we build those houses through the agencies of government like the National Housing Trust, we are not going to include the value of the land in the price of the house. So that when you buy one of those houses, you're getting the land essentially for free And you're getting value right then and there that you would not otherwise had, because we want to empower and make owners of our people. And for young people, many of them struggle to get through, and they become professionals and they want to buy a house, but they have no chance of doing it under the Jamaica Labour Party. We have the Young Person Deposit Fund that we will be establishing within the NHT that will ensure that anyone up to 35 years old who is going to become a first-time buyer of their home, as long as they've been in the fund for at least NHT contributor for at least 2 years, they will be qualifying for a grant of $500,000 to pay down on their house. That is money they don't have to repay. A grant. We will be restoring the loan benefits that used to exist for public sector workers, the lower interest rate. For the lowest paid NHT borrowers, we will take off the burden of the insurance off of you, and the NHT will cover that cost. We are thinking about the needs of the people. That is why we are going to tackle the issue of absenteeism from school, the hungry belly that cause it, the high transportation costs that cause it. That is why when Dr. Campbell spoke about the 55% of Jamaicans who are suffering from food insecurity, we have to improve the nourishment of the children, and we will ensure all needy children have at least one hot, nutritious meal a day in school, whether it be primary or secondary school. And if you can't afford the transportation costs, and we assess the situation and say so, we will provide a subsidy for your transportation. Busman, taximan, trusted and vetted will be the ones providing that, getting the benefit, because the children must get to school. And we have the First in Family Scholarship Program. If you are the first person in your family to have qualified for university or college, under the next PNP government, you will get a full scholarship to send you to university or college. We're doing it for you, but we're also doing it for your brothers and sisters who will benefit from the fact that you got through, courtesy of the People's National Party government. And we expect you to pay it forward and help to lift them up as well, so that your family can move up the next level towards achieving the dreams that they have. Comrades, we heard about the land policy. We want to make owners of the Jamaican people. So if you're on public land and you've been living there for over 25 years, you have a right to your title, and we will make sure it happens. And if you're there for less than 25 and you want to acquire it, we'll make it available for sale on reasonable terms so that you can acquire a title for it if you wish. Because we're not going to bulldoze anybody off a land like Andrew Holness. We're not going to send eviction notices to people who have lived on land for 30 or 40 years like Andrew Holness. We're not in a them thing there. Social justice is a vital thing in this country. That is why we decriminalize personal use of ganja. That is why we're going to review and change the law about contract work, especially for the hotel workers, but also for all the other workers. The court did it for the security guards, not the Labour Party. The court made a ruling and said the security guards must be treated as full-time employees. And I don't see why it should be limited to the security guards. I'm glad they got that. And we're going to do it for all workers across the land, because we defend the right of workers. We set up the IDT, the Industrial Disputes Tribunal under Michael Manley. We dealt with the Labour Relations and Industrial Disputes Act, equal pay for women, and so many other things that have empowered our people. And the contract work thing is iniquitous in the way it is being used by some employers, and we're going to change it. That is why beach access is so critical as well across the country, where so many of the finest beaches in the country are not available, accessible to our people. We intend to change that as well, because other countries in the Caribbean that have good tourism industries like we don't exclude their people from the beaches. So why should we in Jamaica have to do that? It is not right. We're going to change that as well. Comrades, all of these things will require a government in which you can have trust and confidence, a government of integrity. That is why we intend to strengthen, not weaken, the institutions that support good governance in the country. The independence of the Integrity Commission is absolutely critical. We will not undermine it, we will support it. The other institutions like the Financial Investigations Division We will not undermine it by appointments of persons who are totally inappropriate for the post for a variety of reasons. No, we will ensure that the right procedures are followed so the right people, the best people, the most qualified and suitable people get those jobs. We are going to modify the gag clause, which now exists, where persons under investigation, you can't know about it until the final report reaches Parliament. So right now in this coming election, there are going to be a number of candidates who are under investigation for corruption offenses and nobody don't know who they are. That cannot be right. We are going to change that when we form government. And we're going to enhance transparency, that every member of government, not just the leader of the opposition or the Prime Minister, will have their statutory declarations or summary published so that the people can know that their leaders are leading in an open and transparent way. The people of Jamaica deserve that type of leadership. And with impeachment, we're going to come with impeachment. The inspiration for me to I brought the impeachment bill back to Parliament with some modifications 3 years ago, and the government has done nothing with it. And we can't pass it because we are in the minority in the Parliament. They have done nothing about it, even though it was a manifesto promise from 2016 of Andrew Holness. The inspiration why I brought that bill, why I dusted it off and set it up a little differently so it would cover a wider range of terrible acts, was because the MP for this constituency here was caught on video with a big stool, beat a woman badly in a car park. I couldn't believe my eyes that a member of Parliament would behave like that. And they did nothing about it. The man sat in Parliament, he received no sanction from Parliament, and now they have him and they will run him as a candidate in this country. Big disrespect to the women of Central Westmoreland. Big disrespect to the women of Jamaica. That is why we must have an impeachment procedure so that we can address those type of issues where the parliamentarians and public officials behave in a way that brings their office into disrepute. There must be something that can be done to sanction them. Comrades, we are ready for government. We are ready to deliver for the Jamaican people. We have a strong team, a mixture of age and youth, experience and exuberance. And all of them have signed the Leadership Code of Conduct of the Integrity Commission. Every single one has signed that Code of Conduct, committing themselves to good governance and principled leadership. Not one Labourite has signed that Code of Conduct. It's a crying shame. And this is why I'm saying to you, comrades, Westmoreland has been good to the PNP for so many years. And I'm asking you to deliver the trifecta in the next election. I need East, I need West, I need Central back in the column of the People's National Party. And we will ensure that we don't disappoint. We will learn our lessons because we may have got a little complacent. No time for complacency again. We will be working for you to deliver what you need to make your lives better. Comrades, this moment is not about me. It is a sweeping call to purpose. A reintroduction of the kind of leadership Jamaica deserves. I do not ask for your loyalty. I do not ask for faith. I do not ask for silence. I ask for your voices to be heard. I do not ask for blind support. I ask for partnership. A building of a Jamaica where no child is left behind, where no community is ignored, where no dream is dismissed because of how much money you don't have and where you were born. This is our time. This is our task. This is our turn to make history, and to make history that counts, not just slogans. Jamaica, time come. Time come for a better life. Let us build that better life with love, with courage, and with each other. Thank you, Savannah Lamar. Thank you, Westmoreland. Thank you for believing that something better is possible. We will not let you down. The word is love. Power to the people. Power to the people. Power to the
Power
people.
to the people.